Welcome to another Do Not Disturb dog walk. The battery percentage on my watch is higher than on the phone. We're only going to do a short walk right now because we're limited on time. We've got appointments to keep, but we do have 30 minutes spare. If we don't do it now, we won't do it. Wait there, wait. Good boy. At least we've got this 30 minutes. I didn't even fully gear up, just chest harness for the phone and my man bag. I'm not even using the water backpack today. Still wearing the gloves though. Did I lock that? It's so annoying that my brain forgets like instantly. Some people's, when they push the remote or lock their car, the horn beeps. I had a car like that once actually. I quite liked it. Boop. It used to go boop. Some of them go boop boop boop. Our car just makes a little beepy beep. Hey, how did you like yesterday's episode, huh? If you watched it. Got some bonus content at the end. I just felt excited about doing different things with cameras. Pulled the dash cam out of my work truck, took it home, hanged it up on the cell phone holder above the bed head at the bed end of our bus, and did some recordings. Had another camera, my usual mobile phone, which is a makeshift dash camera on the front window. I turned that around to get footage of Quigley riding co-pilot with me as I drove the bus yesterday. And the other thing is, hidden deep in that episode is some other footage from that same bedroom mounted camera of when Quigley and I went out walking for an hour yesterday. Toto stayed home, let him have free rein around the house rather than locking him up in his little box. Hey, and just to get some observations of what that time was like for him. So I time-lapsed that down, an hour of footage down to 3 minutes, and put that in yesterday's episode too. So it's a little bit more intricate and hard work on the editing than I normally do. I like to just point and shoot and record, hopefully not have to edit too much or spend too much time on the post-production. Yeah, so that happens every now and again though. I have to get a little bit creative, a bit more creative with some of the recordings. But otherwise, we're just a boring couple of guys that go walking every bloody day. Every day, pretty much without fail. Rain, hail or snow, although the camera doesn't really come out with us in the most harshest of conditions. So I sort of try to veer away from making content with like terrible sound. And when it gets extremely windy, and there are some windy recorded episodes, I have to say, but when it gets pretty windy, it's not great to listen to, I must say. Sometimes it's worthwhile, I think, because of where we are and the scenery and how much of a good time we're having, but yeah. Look, there's doggies everywhere. Cute little doggies. Yep, so thanks for coming along. Hello. You little cuties. It's got a funny sounding bark, doesn't he, that little guy? Little Jack Russell bark. I was sitting in the car before this with the phone plugged in, trying to charge it up some. And as I was referring to at the beginning of this episode, battery is low. It probably didn't help that I had the screen on and I was doing some editing for yesterday's episode actually. So obviously I haven't uploaded it yet, but I know, I just finished it. I haven't put it into render yet because the battery's low and I need to record. But anyway, yeah, low battery and low on time. It sort of works out. I was trying to charge it up so that we could have more faith in the battery. But then it also occurred to me that the battery level wasn't really going up while I was working on all that, and time was only getting less and less. I'm feeling the impulse to do the whole rules and guidelines of our YouTube channel thing again, but I think since I do that pretty much every episode, maybe this one I'll just go without. So if you're a regular viewer and you know what they are, maybe throw them in the comments. Jump in the comments and let us know if you know our slogans, or do you have to research another episode to find out? I don't know, I'm trying to make this interactive. It is what it is. Hey, we're uploading these videos now for future people to view, you know? I don't care much for the numbers that are coming in right now, but I tell you, when I see, when I spend an hour and hopefully try to spend an hour a day making content, and then I look at the analytics, the analysis, the statistics, and I see that in the past 28 days, people have watched this many hours of content, aggregated, all added up. And I'm quite stoked. And so many hours of our content gets seen within a month, And that is the just reward for engagement. I decided I'm going to have a play with this YouTube and engage it as often as I can with new content, just new content. And that's why you see when you click on our channel and look at the uploads, just episode after episode after episode. I can't say hundreds of episodes yet. I feel like I'm not allowed to say that until I get to episode 200. But maybe I can say that because we've definitely done more than 100. So there's hundreds of episodes, right? Well, hundreds plural to me means 200 or more in my brain. Let me know what you think in the comments if you agree with that or not. Or, yeah. Often, a lot of our recordings, I'm most excited about doing recordings in new places that we've never walked before. That's both for our own entertainment, but also for all of you viewers. We do, traipse the same old places from time to time. Been a few places a few times and recorded several recordings at the same locations because we've got our favourite spots. But, what I do most enjoy is finding excellent places. Or not even excellent places. Sometimes we go to a new place we've never been to before. And the point of it is discovery. Like, do we like this place or not? There's been a few places we've been and I'm like, never coming back here. Hey. Looks like there might be a dead bird there. Steer Quigley away from it, and I will not be pointing the camera at that. Our content isn't made for kids, as in uploaded to the kids' YouTube app, but I do want to keep it child friendly in case any of you grown-ups on grown-up YouTube want to put it on for your kids. But the kids are not our target audience, I have to say. I don't even know what our target audience is, but we're not about trying to get in to your kids' media devices deliberately. I just accept that sometimes some of you might decide to play our content for your kids. So that's fine. Wow. So we've been here before, but we haven't walked over here before. We've walked to the north from where we started, but we've never walked here to the south. There's a school there. Oh. And the truth be told, only once. It's not a bad spot. I'll do it again, but we just haven't really ever gravitated back here. But what I'm meaning is, we have been here in our big house bus and used this big car park space to accommodate us on an overnight one time. And what was really interesting was that night while I was lying in bed, I decided to look at the street view for the area to see what the place looks like on street view, to remind myself, I guess. I might have already looked at it. But I was looking at it again. And just in case you didn't know, did you know that Google Street View can show you the street view imagery from different years? Like every time the streetcar goes through, they bank that in the information banks, and you can turn back time in Street View and look at the place in different times. Now, they don't come every year, so sometimes there's quite a few years between recordings. But they come in with the Google Street View car, right? So anyway, that night that we stayed here, laying in bed, jumped in the Street View and had a look at this area. And in one of the past Street View views, one of my friends' camper van was parked up here when the Google Street View came through. Now I'm feeling like I'm going to have to do some editing on this recording and just to show you the street view of what I mean. Yeah, my mate's camper van parked right there. And so straight away I was like, dude, I found your van on Street View, which is really cool. Now I'll tell you something that's also cool, is that our bus, our little house bus, is on Street View too. No, it's not on Street View. I've been searching the odd location where, you know, it might have been with our frequent haunts to see if we've ever been spied by a Street View car. And I haven't been able to find our bus on Street View, but what I have found is that we're on the satellite view, right? And we got scanned by the LiDAR as well. So when you go to Google Earth and do the 3D modeled satellite view, I'm going to have to show this to you too. I'll show you that. Yeah, it's imagery of our bus parked at our mechanics, which is pretty cool. It's like one of the most obvious places that you'll find that bus, because we've been in and out of the same mechanics that have been taking care of us for the entire time that we've owned it. Yeah. Alright, Quigley, We're going cross country, bud. This way. I spy a park bench over here. And since me and Quigley, well, really just me, I don't think he cares that much, but since me and Quigley on these adventures, we like to rate park benches. That's what we're going to go do over here, it's a park bench. Yeah, I've been piling on the gear for the dog walks. I got this new chest utility bag or chest rig or whatever you want to call it. So I already have a harness that holds the phone on my chest so I can run it and record like this. And then I put another chest rig over the top of that, which just accentuates the whole scenario. And then I put the water backpack on in that order, right? Today I've gone without, but it's partly an experiment on my part because I've been noticing that the footage is looking a bit jiggly. So I've gone without the chest rig to get a measure of what it's like to record without the chest rig again and see if this footage comes out any less bothered by vibration. And then no water backpack because I emptied it yesterday and still haven't got around to filling it up. Plus, since this is a short walk and not a strenuous walk, I think I'll be alright without it. Park bench rating, that's a level 4 park bench. Yep. It's almost not, it could be a level 3, but I think it's a level 4. Yeah, it's not that great, but I'm going to sit on it anyway. Oh, it's very low to the ground. Oh. I've pretty much got 20 minutes to keep recording for this one. Quigley's over there, chomping on some grass. I notice he likes to eat grass. If you're a regular viewer of our content, you'll see it every other day. Oftentimes I'm saying, stop eating the grass! I don't think it's bad for him, but let me know what you think. What do you know about dogs eating grass? It seems pretty unusual to me. You're not a cow, but the other thing about our dog is that he's not just a meat eater, he eats all sorts. We can feed him all sorts of yummy fruits and veggies that he likes. We're not, we do have a plant-based diet in our house, but we're not idiots that try to make our dogs not eat meat. So, you know, like there are some vegans out there who are like, my dog's vegan too. And we don't even call ourselves vegan, we call our diet a plant-based diet, and also we're not against eating eggs. The truth be told is, I think I've talked about this on the channel before. The truth is, I've decided that my main reason, the main cause for me, is we don't want to support cruelty to animals because we're animal lovers, right? And some of the farming practices, some of the commercial farming practices are cruel or inhumane from our point of view. And, you know, that's subjective, I guess. You could argue with a farmer, he'd be like, I take great care of my cows, or whatever, you know, that's fine. It's just the commercial machine, you know. So my belief is, if I have a farm and I farm my own animals, I'm allowed to eat them. I might not want to though, because I love animals. I'm like, this one was my lovely pet cow. But anyway. And then as for hunting and fishing, yep, if I go hunting and if I go fishing, I'm going to eat those. But the thing is, I don't really go hunting and fishing. I will, in the future, certainly be interested in doing such things. And walking across country with my dog, and I mean literally walking all day across country with Quigley, doing some of the great walks. I'm keen to do that on the YouTube channel in the future, and that's why I've decided this is a crowd-funded YouTube channel, because the best way I can think to get there is for the world to support it. So if you appreciate our content, we sure would appreciate a little bit of financial support from as many viewers as we can. Hey, and we're not greedy, and we don't want anyone, no one who can't afford to should give us any money. This channel's for you. You know, that's what I think crowdfunding is. I think crowdfunding is the people with plenty sharing with the people that don't have plenty. And so when contributors contribute to helping to make the content, they're doing it for the good of everyone else. Yeah, and us, because we're making the content, we want to go on the adventures for you, on your behalf, in our beautiful country. So my dream is for the crowdfunding to get to a point in the future where we no longer have to slave for a wage, and we can start getting around the country doing whatever the hell we want, pretty much, making good content. I'm not saying that's all we will do, because I tell you what, we will also do other important stuff in the community. We're pretty, we're pretty excited about supporting good causes. I'm pretty keen to go on tour once a year with all those mad act people that go around visiting schools and special needs children all up and down and around the country. And when they go on tour, they all go on tour with old retired ambulances, police cars and fire trucks. I joined them one year as a co-driver. I joined a team that were already fairly well entrenched in the charity tour. Regulars, you know, do it every year. And that was my first taste of it a few years ago. It's going to be cool. It's going to be a good one. Youth suicide prevention, I'm pretty keen to do, help with events that support that. There's a few different things, but that's where my heart is at. It's just what I'm telling you. Hey, and on the side, we're also filmmakers. I'm an actor, Miss Wild is an actor. We'll put the dogs in the movies if we can, you know. Even our children are getting into it from time to time. We find them opportunities to do a little bit of work in the film industry. Yeah. Quigley. Yeah. Hadi mai. Leave it. Yeah. Good boy. And we've got kids, school-aged kids. So the long journey I think of in the future is, our most important job is supporting them, enrich their lives while they're young and help them grow their adult legs. And they dream of having horses just for the sake of having horses. they're not crazy. They don't want race horses. They don't want horses so they can race them in a paddock so that drunk old rich people can bet on them. They just want horses for the love of having horses. That's our dream. I think I was talking about our dreams yesterday too, so refer to that episode for more. But my crazy ass dreams of taking our mobile home and like the wild thornberries and travelling the world with it. Hey, the man's allowed a dream, but I'm not a gambler. I don't buy lotto tickets. Well, you can't win lotto if you don't buy a ticket, so he says. Hey. I bought a few tickets. When the jackpot gets really big, I'm like, oh, I should learn to be not greedy. This week, the jackpot's 8 million. I'm like, oh, 8's my lucky number. Maybe this is the draw I should buy a ticket for. Maybe this is the lucky draw for me. And that's actually tonight, that draw, 8 million. Which means I've got about an hour or two to buy a ticket. I'm not sure when the cut-off is, but the draw's at 7:30. It's currently 4:45. Whew. Anyway, starting small. I've seen quote videos from Joe Rogan, the man with the biggest YouTube podcast on the planet. And he talked about how his podcast didn't make any money, not a cent, for about 2 years. And while I'm under no illusion that I would ever be as popular as Joe Rogan, what I'm thinking is that we just start with what we got and do it how we do it and spend a couple of years at it, fill the channel up with content for future viewers, and then, we'll build up our subscribers and viewer base like that. So I ain't in no hurry for the crowdfunding, but but I'm determined for it to happen. I mean, it would be an awful shame to put all this online and get nothing. And obviously we're not as entertaining as like your hardcore AI generated super attention seeking or high production value YouTube channels. But I'm hoping that we're sort of in a niche, and that's why I think it's important for viewers to support the channel, because we are niche. We're not aiming to be viewed by millions or the masses, We're creating special content for the special people on earth who will appreciate it, That's how I look at it. It's not for everyone. But all it is for me is just like real life documentary of our shenanigans in public. What's that Quigley going to do? I'm scared he's going to poop. That's why I swerved the camera away then. I was like, is he going to poop? No, he's doing the opposite. He is the poop. Quigley is the poop now. Look, I'm doing an impression of a poop. They wriggle around like this. No, they don't. Let's check my notifications. The phone is on Do Not Disturb, but I do still possess the ability to read the notifications. nothing important. But my reason for putting the phone in Do Not Disturb for every recording is so that we don't get vibrations in the recording or sound effects, text messages or messages coming through or what have you. And of course no one can call. It will just go straight to voicemail. And the cool thing about my voicemail, it's just me saying, sorry, I've turned voicemail services off. You can't leave a voicemail. Immediately after this recording, the 2 degrees lady, the auto-generated voice, will come on and she will reiterate the same advice. And then it does that, it ends the recording of me, and then the 2 degrees lady comes on and goes, this phone user does not have voicemail active, or something like that. It's my style, I don't like voicemails. But it started from back in the days when they used to make us pay money to listen to voicemail. I don't think they do anymore, but that was one of the reasons I was against it. I was like, man, I'm not paying 20 cents to listen to a voicemail. That's ridiculous. But we used to spend 20 cents just to send 190 characters in a SMS message. Man, those telco companies really abused us for every cent they could get, didn't they? Things that are so simple and easy that in this day and age they're free, they probably were able to make it free back in the days too, but yeah. Supply and demand, I guess. They decided we can supply this and people will pay. All right, let's supply it so that they will pay, you know. But you couldn't get people to pay for it now. Okay. Anyway, thanks for listening to me have my little rant. And our short little dog walk for you. This might capture more viewers because a lot of our recordings are an hour long or verging on an hour. So let's have one of those short 30-minute ones again, eh, Quigs? You ready to hop back in the car, are you? No. No? Climb aboard the vessel. There you go. Ka pai, everybody. Thank you for watching. As you just heard, if you listened to my entire rant, I've just been editing an excellent episode for the one previous to this one, so I recommend that one next. It's got some bonus content at the end you might like to see. You might not. You might think it's dumb. I don't care. Hey, hey, Quigs. Good boy. That's my good boy. But I think it's pretty cool. And I hope you'll watch it. Thank you for watching. Oh, there you go. A little short walk. We will, how do I get the camera back? Not like that. Oh, that's right. The usual way. Thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one.